A 25-year-old mother, Brandi Celenza, was found dead in her bedroom. Her husband said it was suicide, but the blood on his body, the lies he told, and the surveillance footage he forgot about told another story. A child saw what happened. The cameras captured the rest, and what they revealed was horrifying. So, what really happened behind that locked door?
I was in the shower, and I heard some gunshots.
Okay.
I think that my wife accidentally shot herself.
On April 7th, 2018, a 911 operator in Flagler County, Florida, answered a panic call from a man named Keith Johansen. He said his wife had shot herself while he was in the shower.
Yes, may I have an officer over at 23 Helter Lane?
23 what?
Helter Lane?
Felter?
Yes.
Okay, what's going on there?
I was in the shower. I heard gunshots, and I think my wife shot herself.
What happened?
I was in the shower, and I heard some gunshots.
Okay.
I think that my wife accidentally shot herself.
When police arrived, they found 25-year-old Brandi Celenza in the master bedroom. She had been shot twice, once in the center of her chest and once through her right breast. The weapon? A 9mm handgun. Keith told police he thought Brandi had accidentally shot herself. He said he was in the bathroom when he heard two loud pops, which he first assumed were balloons. But when he stepped out, he claimed he saw Brandi lying on the floor, bleeding.
Cool, man. Alright, relax, man, relax. So you got in the shower. How long were you in the shower, what'd you say?
Maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes, alright.
And I heard
5
boom,
minutes.
boom, but I thought it was a balloon.
How many shots did you hear?
2.
You heard 2?
And I thought it was a balloon at first. Then I heard the secondary shot. And I ran out there and seen her laying there going, so I called you guys immediately.
But investigators immediately noticed something off. Keith wasn't wet, not a drop. For someone who just stepped out of the shower, that was strange. And then there were the scratches and the blood on his torso.
A lot of scratches.
Yeah.
He's not wet.
No.
So he was in the shower.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing that thing is the shower is underneath his shirt.
Under her shirt?
Under his shirt.
Where?
The casing. It's like right at the foot of the bed to the
But
right.
dude, he's got scratches and blood all over him. And he said that he was in the shower. He's not wet at all.
Even during the 911 call, dispatchers instructed Keith to apply pressure to the gunshot wounds. He refused. He claimed he was soaking wet, had slipped on the floor, and that there was too much stuff around Brandi to reach her.
Oh, are you applying pressure to that wound?
No, I can't
Slide
reach
yourself.
her like that. I'm wet. I'm sliding on my floor.
You can't apply pressure.
I can't see it. Listen, I got wood floors and I'm sliding. I don't want to risk hurting her or possibly one of the guns going off too.
Okay, but you can't reach down to her and apply pressure on the gunshot wound.
No, I can't see it. No, I can't.
Okay.
There's too much stuff right here.
What stuff
It
like?
moves in.
Okay, I understand that.
His refusal to even try to help the woman he said he loved later only deepened investigators' suspicions. And still, Keith kept up the act, playing the part of the grieving husband.
How am I gonna tell her mom?
Alright, hey, listen. At this point, just listen. You're just going through a traumatic experience right now. Just relax, deep breaths. Try to just collect your thoughts, alright? Listen, this is not something that you're gonna be able to do like that, okay? Right. So just
I don't want nobody in my family to ever have a gun again.
But behind the scenes, the truth was unraveling. As detectives combed through the house, they made a discovery that would change everything: surveillance cameras. Keith had installed them throughout the property, including inside the master bedroom. And on one of those recordings, just 2 days before Brandi died, investigators watched the couple locked in a heated, hours-long argument. Keith was caught on camera threatening her, yelling, berating her.
It's only a matter of time. so much that you can threaten to kill yourself and you can spend the rest of your days in an institution. I could throw you there tomorrow. You did? No problem. Yeah, you push a person to either beat or kill you because you're... Call 911. Get me out of here. Or you ain't waking up. I want to just hurt you and be safe. God knows you deserve it. Just you use it. Give you too many chances, man. Too many. Show a cop these videos. I don't give a... I'd rather be in prison.
The footage revealed what Brandi had likely been living with for a long time. A toxic, controlling, and deeply abusive relationship. Soon after, Keith was brought in for questioning, but instead of answers, detectives got contradictions.
Can you tell me in as much detail as you can, in your mind, what you think really happened?
In my mind, what I think happened, from where she was and the way she was, is maybe she was trying to make our bed, and she grabbed him, and when she grabbed him, one went off, and she dropped the other, or them both. I have no idea. But it was just, you don't think you're gonna get out of the damn shower and see this. Immediately when I seen her down, I know that she had accidentally let off a round. And that's what I think happened.
So in your extensive gun career...
I don't know about extensive, but...
Well, I mean, you're more familiar than she is. How often does it happen that somebody accidentally shoots themselves twice?
I don't know if she was shot once or twice. I don't know.
Well, you said it went off twice.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know. If she dropped the other one, it happens.
Sure.
His story shifted, timelines blurred. He dodged facts, deflected blame, and even accused Brandi of having an affair.
All right, so tell me about your marriage. Were you guys faithful with one another? Was it just a...
For the most part, yeah. She had this online thing, you know what I mean, that she admitted to. I've been flirting online, but whoopee. Who cares? You didn't do nothing physically.
Right. When did that happen?
Last week, I'll say. Last week. And I was like, okay, so, I guess she had said that all of her life she had had that problem, she was addicted, and she was going to see if she could see help.
Sure.
Which ain't a big deal to me. I mean, it's not like I'm going to meet up with somebody,
Yeah, sure.
So, that's about it with that. But our relationship-wise, awesome. Awesome relationship. We can talk to each other, which is very rare.
Yeah, that is rare. What did she tell you about this online thing? How was she speaking to someone else?
I don't know.
Do you know, was it on Facebook? Was she on a dating site?
If it was a guy or girl, or I don't know.
Why would you say guy or girl? Is she interested in women? Or?
She used to be in the past, that's why I said that.
Okay.
Nothing he said made sense, but the evidence, it was starting to speak for itself. Despite everything, despite the damning footage, Keith Johansen flat out denied that any cameras had been installed in the bedroom.
Are there any security cameras installed in your bedroom?
Not in the bedroom, no.
Not in the bedroom.
And the rest of them don't work, they're offline because the batteries are off.
But hypothetically speak, did they record audio and video?
Some of them do, some of them don't.
Okay.
And we just set them up.
When did those get installed?
We installed them ourselves.
Okay, you guys installed
We
them?
just did it, I don't know, a couple days ago.
Where was...
Yes, the very bedroom where police had already recovered a surveillance video. And just when you thought his denials couldn't get any more desperate, Keith turned on the one witness whose voice should have mattered most. Brandi's 11-year-old son, Ryland Bruce. Ryland had told investigators he heard his mother scream. But Keith? He accused the child of being confused, or worse, lying.
There's a backstory. This isn't the story.
this is the story. And I'll get a lawyer and I will prove that this is the real story.
Okay. And you are completely entitled to that.
Ask Ryland. I mean, that's all that happened.
We did ask him.
Okay.
And you know what he told us? Do you want to know?
Yeah, because I was up.
He told us that he heard his mom scream.
I heard no screams at all. None.
Why would he make that up?
Ask him.
Is he a liar?
He has been known to tell fibs, yes.
Does he tell you on the regular that his mom screams in the bedroom?
No.
Has he ever told you that his mom screams and it was a lie?
No, not screaming, but he lies about a bunch of other different things. You can ask his real father, and he'll tell you that too.
So why on this date would he lie about his mom screaming in the bedroom?
You guys can try to pin whatever you want on me. She didn't scream.
Listen, dude, nobody's trying to pin anything on you.
I'm just telling you what I heard, man. That's it. What I heard, what I seen. I mean, if you're trying to pin something on me, why would I have called 911?
Dismissing a child's trauma like that, it didn't just raise eyebrows. It shattered whatever credibility Keith had left. 2 days later, on April 9, 2018, the autopsy results came in. Brandi Celenza's death was officially ruled a homicide. One gunshot wound was fired from close range, the other from a distance. There was no way this was a suicide. No way this was an accident. Keith's version of events crumbled. First, he blamed Brandi's carelessness with guns. Then, unbelievably, he implied Ryland might have pulled the trigger. And finally, he admitted to the shooting, but claimed it was self-defense. It didn't matter. The evidence was overwhelming. On April 27, 2018, 3 weeks after the shooting, Keith Johansen was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. But the story didn't end there. October 28, 2021, the trial began. Keith took the stand in his own defense, represented by attorney Gary Wood. On the other side, Assistant State Attorney Jennifer Denton led the prosecution. And in a twist of poetic justice, prosecutors played a recorded jailhouse call between Keith and his parents. On the tape, his own father's voice is clear. They've got evidence, Keith.
Hello. Hi. How are you? How are you? You're dead. They have video. They got evidence. What?
Assistant State Attorney Jennifer Denton shared one of the most disturbing revelations from the surveillance footage. It's bizarre to say the least, but in these videos, Miss Celenza can be seen masturbating while he's literally threatening her, threatening to kill her. She's crying while she's masturbating. She asks for permission at one point to stop, as if there's no sexual gratification being achieved by this. That moment captured the full horror of the abuse Brandi endured behind closed doors, and it left no doubt about who Keith Johansen really was. After days of testimony and an avalanche of evidence, the jury took less than 3 hours to deliver the verdict. Guilty of first-degree murder. Keith Johansen was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But while his sentence marked the end of the trial, it wasn't the end of the story, because Brandi's son, Ryland, still has to live with the memories of that day, of what he heard and what he lost. So now the question lingers. Was justice served? Or will the child left behind carry a life sentence of his own?